Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Rashi Himalaya and today I want to talk about Natasha Denona's new Chromium liquid eyeshadows. I picked up two shades, Ultraviolet and Scarab. These were the two shades that really stood out to me. These eyeshadows are super tiny. I mean, seriously, this is like a sample size quantity. It's 2.5 ml. You barely get any product. So that's one thing that I'm really disappointed with these. It's the size. However, the eyeshadows themselves are beautiful. These are fantastic. Don't expect full-on blending with these. When you've got it, pop it on, you don't really have much time to go in and blend. This sets in seconds. It's very quick. So learning how to use this might take you some time, but once you've got that down pat, these are fantastic. Using the applicator is also great. It's a really nice applicator, but it does deposit a ton of product, and you've got to be careful with that. What I found is that if you go straight in with the applicator, it deposits a ton of product, and then if you try and build it up or you're trying to blend it out, it gets really tricky. So for me, I found that starting slow actually works the best. I use a little bit on my finger, I blend it out in the area that I want it, and then I'll go in and add some layers and add more product if I need to, either with a brush or again with my finger. Also, I've been hearing that these are waterproof. They're not waterproof, but they're definitely water resistant. So I had these on my hand when I first got them. I swatched them on my hand, and after some time, I think it was about half an hour later that I went to the bathroom. I washed my hands with hot water, so not cold water. I washed it with hot water and soap, and these just came right off. So not waterproof, but I would say water resistant. I can believe that. They are definitely long lasting. So I unfortunately don't have time to give you a wear test with these, but I have worn them for a full day and they don't budge. They don't fade, they don't budge, they don't lift off, they don't get cakey. If you've applied them properly, they stay put through a whole day, which is fantastic. They also come off pretty easily, so just a normal double cleansing with a balm cleanser or an oil cleanser, these will come off. So there's quite a few ways you can use these. You can use them with a very sheer application. Just take a little bit on your finger and then dab that all across the lid, and you've got a beautiful multi-chrome lid, and it looks stunning and wearable. Of course, you can then go in with strong pigmentation. These are pretty opaque, so very pigmented, and you can just go full on if that's what you like. The other ways that I found with these is because they're multi-chromes, you can pick and choose what color you want to accentuate. So Ultraviolet, for example, has shifts of violet, gold and green. So depending on what color you really want to emphasize, you can use that as your base eyeshadow and then pop this on. So for example, if you were to use a green, it will reflect more green. Now with Ultraviolet, I definitely want to enhance the violet shade. The violet shade is really pretty, and I really want that focus to be on that violet color. And I'll show you a look that I did with Ultraviolet in a moment, where you can see that I've actually paired it with violet purple eyeshadows, and that way it really emphasizes this beautiful multi-chrome. Now the other way you can use this is actually by contrasting colors. So for example, Scarab has gold, green and blue shifts in it. You can either use a blue eyeshadow and that will enhance the blue in this multi-chrome, or you can use the green, which will enhance the green, or you can use the gold. Instead, I want you to try this. If you're looking at purchasing this, and I'm guessing you're probably eyeing out Scarab because it's the most unique in this collection, try contrasting. So for example, if you look at the color wheel, green is directly opposite to red. So if you use a red based eyeshadow, this green really pops. And so that's what I've done today. I've actually used a red based brown, and which makes this eyeshadow really pop and looks absolutely stunning. I'm going to show you how to achieve this look with that as well. So let's straight get into these looks and then we'll circle right back. This first look, I'm taking MAC Powder Kiss eyeshadow in the shade What Cloud and just adding this all over the lid. Then I'm taking the shade Lens Blur and I'll be applying that onto my lid. By the way, I've done a review on these eyeshadows and I'll link them at the top if you're interested. I'm dipping back and forth into this shade, taking it out into the V and just intensifying that pigmentation, and also of course applying that in my lower lash line. Then I'm taking this beautiful grape shade from the Viseart Dark Mattes palette, and I'm just deepening up my outer V. Just because I also want this color to look a little bit more purple. And I'm taking the same color and just deepening up the lower lash line as well. Now taking a very small amount of the multi-chrome Ultraviolet, I'm just tapping it across my lid. You can have this for sheer application, or you can go with another coat just to build up that opacity. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. I've just taken a little bit more on my finger and now applying that on top of the sheer application. Now I'm going back in with that grape shade from the Viseart palette and just deepening up that outer V a little bit more. Hey guys, so this is the final look. I've changed my top so that the look is a little bit more monochromatic, and I've also paid it Huda Beauty's Pool Party lip color. Now just for my eyes, I did go back in, and unfortunately I forgot to press record. I did pick up a little bit of the duochrome just on a normal synthetic brush, and I did go up just a little bit up high there. So that's something that I couldn't do with my fingertip, so I could control that very easily just with a flat synthetic brush like this, something like that. And that's about it. And the look is finished off with just some black pencil, mascara, and a little bit of black pencil and black eyeshadow smudged along the lower lash line. So what do we think? It's coming in closer. For this next look, I'll contrasting against the green in Scarab, and I'm just taking a medium brown shade and applying that all over the lid. And I'll be diffusing that right up into the crease as well. And I'm also taking the same shade in the lower lash line. Then I'm taking this beautiful shade called Magma. This is a very red brown shade, and applying that in the outer V. And diffusing this shade up into the crease as well. And then I'm applying this shade and focusing into that inner corner of the eye as well. And taking it in the lower lash line. Now I'm applying Scarab just very lightly across the lid. You will see more green reflex from this if you do a heavier application as opposed to a sheer application. I'm going back in with a second coat of Scarab. And I'm just focusing this right in the middle of my top lid. Now I'm taking shade Deep Dive from the Bronze palette. Just to add some depth, and doing the same in the inner corner as well. Now I'm going back into Magma, and I just want to accentuate the red tone, so I'm taking this shade up into the crease. Hey guys, so this is the final look. Okay, so I couldn't resist. I actually wanted to intensify it a little bit more, so I just went back in and added just on top here a little bit more of Scarab, and I really enjoy how this looks. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed those looks. So Final verdict, I'm very happy with these. I was very excited when I received these in the mail and I tried them and swatched them straight away. These are really beautiful. The only downside to these is really the size. The size is just minute. So a big tick for me. I am particularly in love with Scarab. Ultraviolet is beautiful as well, but I do think that Scarab is the most stunning shade I've ever seen in a multi-chrome, and I'm very happy I have this one. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.